And so I wake in the morning and I step outside and I take a deep breath and get real high and loud. Straight to the top of my lungs. What's going on?
What? Hello, and welcome back to the spoilerCast, the show where we talk about movies and we don't care about spoiling them. My name is Tobias, and with me as always is my sister and trusted co-host Rebecca.
Hello.
Hello. And today, in this episode, tonight, whenever you're listening to this, we're talking about a new movie, brand new movie, technically premiering today. As we're recording it.
As we're recording.
Yesterday, if you're listening to this on the right date. Could have been 10 years ago if the world is still around and you're listening to old podcasts.
Who knows?
Either way, today we're talking about Masters of the Universe. Yeah. Hold on, we're gonna... There. Yeah, yes! The new Masters of the Universe, the 2026 version, of course. Yes. Directed by Travis Knight, written by Chris Butler, Aaron Nee, and Adam Nee. Starring...
Brothers?
I'm guessing. Starring Nicholas Galitzine, Camila Mendes, Idris Elba, and... Jared Leto. Ah! It's the story of Adam, the Prince of Eternia. But in this version, after his kingdom gets attacked by Skeletor, he is whisked away to Earth, where he spends 15 years, trying to get back home. Feeling like, maybe it was all just a dream, maybe I'm crazy. Until one day he finds the sword that can bring him back. And hilarity ensues! Yeah. This one...
Where do you want to start?
Where do we want to start? Let's start with this. Why the hell are they making a He-Man movie in 2026?
Honestly, no idea.
I have no idea.
They felt like it? Someone wanted to make a new franchise as Marvel is slowly dying out.
Yeah.
And there's no other big ones on the horizon, I guess.
It's...
They're like, hey, let's take something else that we know people loved back in the days and see where we can get with that.
Yeah. I guess it is a movie that's been they've been trying to make for a long time. I guess I'm just seeing here, in 2007, the film was supposed to be called Grayskull.
Yeah, because I remember hearing, not 2007 obviously, but years ago, about Jared Leto playing Grayskull.
Skeletor, really?
Skeletor.
Oh.
Yes. And people were like, I don't know.
You heard that a long time ago?
A few years ago.
Okay, I had never heard about that until the trailer came out and his name was...
But I thought that was a rumor. I didn't think it was actually a movie.
I think I had heard rumors of a Masters of the Universe movie, but that was 10 years ago or more. And I thought that it was in development hell and it was never going to happen. Same thing as the new Conan movie that they've been talking about for years and years and years, which is probably never going to happen. And if we're speaking about movies like that, and also something you can reference later, the new Highlander movie that they say they're shooting or something, but I haven't heard anything about it since 2017, which is, it's almost 10 years ago now. I don't know. But either way, now we have it. It's here.
Now we have it.
We can discuss, compare and contrast. But let's do it the way we always do it, the right way. And let me ask you, Rebecca, what did you think of Masters of the Universe?
I thought it was alright. A bit cheesy. And very silly, akin to the Dungeons and Dragons movie, but not as well.
No, yeah.
Like the cheesiness didn't hit in the right way all the time. It felt a little bit cringe almost at times. But it was funny, I guess. It was entertaining. I mean, I didn't think it was... A few times I was like, this is a really long movie. But it wasn't as in like, oh, is it over yet? It was more like where are they going with this? How are they gonna have time to do shit? Because I feel like you've been doing the intro for like an hour now, and yeah, that was like 40 minutes.
Yeah.
Like, where's this going? We're not gonna have time left to do anything else. How? And it's a long ass movie. It's 2 hours and 20 minutes with credits, I think.
Yeah, so about say 2:10.
Yeah, that's still a long ass movie.
Sure.
And it takes ages before they like get anywhere, it feels like.
Yeah.
And then it just moves in like speed of light. And all of a sudden we're at the end.
Yeah.
But I didn't dislike it. Like I said, it's a bit too cheesy, a bit too trying to be funny, not quite hitting. It felt like they were trying to do it like the 80s, but it doesn't really work that way anymore. That humor doesn't work the same. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah.
It was okay. It's pretty good, but it's not great.
But what is your frame of reference? I know you have seen some of the cartoon, of course.
Yeah.
It's way before our time, but
yeah,
it was
we watched old shit. I don't know why.
Yeah. But I'm not like a huge fan of He-Man. I mean, I liked the toys and I watched some of the episodes, but it was never something that like carried on. Like I'm part of the fandom now. Like I don't particularly care about He-Man, other than I think that the 1989 movie is very funny.
Okay.
Bad funny that way,
Yeah.
So bad that it's good. So there wasn't any like nostalgia here for me to latch on to.
No, I think there was for other people, maybe.
Maybe.
But I'm not judging it based on any of that, because I don't remember. I remember you having the Skeletor toy and the poster, basically, from the cartoon. That's about all I remember about He-Man. And I have the power!
I have the power! Yeah, I had a couple of toys. Yeah.
I'm not judging it based on the He-Man-esque-ness of it. It's just...
It's a
felt
movie.
cheesy. Yeah.
Oh, sure, yeah.
It's a cheesy movie. That's it.
Me too.
Felt like they were trying to be funny in ways that didn't really work.
That was something I appreciated, though.
So what did you think of it?
Excuse me. I have a bit of a cold. I am getting over it, though. So I won't snivel too much, but my voice sounds a little weird. I liked it. It suffers from all the typical like origin story, not really, but the origin story / franchise starter like things. Like
yeah,
it's the whole, he has to learn, although they kind of sidestep that a little bit, and then yeah. I don't know. Like it in a weird way felt like a callback to like the early Marvel movies, because it was an origin story. Like we don't do origin stories anymore.
Yeah.
Because people got so fed up on origin stories with the first two phases of Marvel.
Because every single superhero had an origin story.
Yeah, the first movie was always the origin story. Yeah, and it's always the same. Like they're a regular person. They get superpowers. All of a sudden, there's a bad guy, and now they have to fight them. And then the real story can start. This is
in the next movie.
Yeah, basically that's what's happening here. But it feels more contained because they beat the main bad guy. Spoilers. Guess what?
Yeah.
He-Man defeats Skeletor in this. Spoilers.
That also is like, so what happens now?
Yeah. Yeah,
because they are sequel baiting.
They are sequel baiting.
Spoilers again. If you watch the post mid credit scenes, they are sequel baiting. And I am at a loss for what the next movie is going to be about.
Well, obviously, once again, her. This is the spoilercast. This is the new spoilercast. The warning is in the name.
Yes.
They hint at She-Ra coming back.
Yeah.
Even though they never mentioned her before in the movie. It's basically the Tails reveal in the first Sonic movie. So that's also, it's very formulaic, like, oh, we need to hint at the next character that people remember. Remember She-Ra? Like,
yeah. Like I said, it feels very early Marvel. It feels like they're trying to like find something new that Marvel used to do, and now they're flopping. So we're gonna do the new Marvel thing. Are they gonna do like origin stories for all of the Masters of the Universe?
No.
Give them separate movies eventually. Make them the heroes.
I don't think so. That would be really dumb.
Yeah.
Because they've already introduced them now, and I like nobody would go watch a Trap Jaw movie or a Fisto movie. Like those are just jokes in the movie. They're characters in the movie.
I'm kidding, but yeah.
I'm trying to look though because they did not hint at, but there was one character missing, that they had as like basically an Easter egg in the end. the little floating wizard. I forget his name.
Oh yeah. The one that I was like, is that Final Fantasy?
Yeah, which is like, what kind of fan are you? You know that was from He-Man first. And if anything, they took inspiration from He-Man when they made that character in Final Fantasy.
Did notice, like, a lot of the characters in He-Man are obviously... well, I shouldn't say obviously, but there are other medias that have been inspired by He-Man, most likely. But the way that they did some of the makeup in this movie was like, that feels like they were inspired by other things that I've seen.
What are you thinking of?
Like the skeleton warriors, the random ass warriors.
Yeah. Something
about their makeup just like screamed Marvel to me.
Yeah, because they're generic, like alien lizard things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you look like some of the characters we've seen in like the Guardians of the Galaxy movies.
Yeah, because they're just cannon fodder.
True.
They resemble the Chitauri. Remember the Chitauri?
I remember the name, but I don't remember what they look like.
Those are the generic.
It's probably them.
Those are the generic alien things that Loki is controlling in the first Avengers.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah, that's probably where
they're just in that movie, and then they die, and whatever. Yeah, that's just it's his army. It's just cannon fodder. It's just CGI guys that He-Man can pummel.
Yeah, and Ram Man can ram.
Yeah.
What were you trying to look up?
What the name of that stupid fucking wizard thing? The little...
Oh, right.
I'm trying to not also... Because every time I fucking cough, I get... what's it called? Sweaty. I'm annoyed now. Orko. Why aren't there any fucking pictures on Wikipedia? I'm so angry right now. I don't know. Orko. How do you know it's Orko?
Because I searched for He-Man characters and Orko came up, and it's the little flying wizard thing.
They had a callback to the show where every episode was supposed to be. It's a TV. It's a kids show, so they had to have a little like message for the kids.
Oh so yeah.
In the end of the movie, he pops up and says, "But today we learned that being strong isn't always about fighting." Blah blah blah.
All right.
That was funny, kind of like they did with G.I. Joe and Captain Planet, and even the more kid-friendly cartoon of Sonic did that every episode.
Yeah.
Anyway.
He was not originally developed for the 1980s toy line, but was instead created by Filmation to provide comic relief in the He-Man and the Masters of the Universe animated series.
Yeah, of course. You couldn't sell him because he's not the same size as everyone else.
No, he would be tiny. He's kind of Yoda-sized.
Yeah. Anyway, back to, I don't even know why we're talking about that.
No, but they're hinting about what other characters that weren't in the movie are going to be in the next movie, obviously.
Yeah, so what this feels like, we said they probably started making this movie, or you heard rumblings about it a long, long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, it's not that strange that it feels like a movie that should have come out like 15 years ago. This feels like a mid-2000s movie, or like 2010 movie. It has all those trappings, but at this point, that's so long ago that kind of feels like, oh, we haven't seen that in a while, so you can kind of bring that back. But then I also like that they didn't take themselves too seriously.
Yeah.
The humor didn't always land, like you said, but overall, this was more of a comedy than a
oh yeah,
and like a serious dark drama. They weren't like trying to because obviously they're catering to people who were fans of the toy line and the cartoons. So technically a little older than me, like honestly in their 40s. Of course, younger people could have discovered it, but the original audience would be in their 40s. So just like they did with Star Wars and with Marvel, they desire to like make it more like this isn't for kids anymore. Like this is for grown-ups now. It's not silly Star Wars, people swinging around and going, yee-hoo! This is Rogue One. This is a serious war movie now. This is Andor. Not that Andor is bad, I just don't think it fits for Star Wars. Anyway, doesn't matter. Or making like, this isn't a silly cartoon or a comic book for 5-year-olds. No, this is dark and grown up and actually really serious. Like The Dark Knight. Once again, really like Dark Knight, but you know what I mean.
Love The Dark Knight.
Here it's more like, this was a toy line that they made basically 20-minute ads for and sold as a TV show for kids in the 80s. It was silly and dumb. So we're not gonna.
This is gonna be a bit silly and dumb.
We're not gonna try to make this serious.
No,
it's not a complete farce. Like there's definitely like moments of seriousness in there,
of course,
but they always lean toward comedy.
Yes,
and I appreciated that. They even reference some of the memes that has come from the show.
You mentioned that.
Like playing, although I guess they didn't want to be too on the nose, but they play For Non-Blondes What's Going On, which a like Eurodisco remake of that is part of a He-Man meme. You said you hadn't seen it?
No.
Hold on, let's see if I can find it. Because everyone who's watching this, they know what I'm talking about.
I don't know if I've ever seen this.
You've never seen this?
No. I remember like a still of him leaning back in their sparkle.
Yeah, that's from this video. I don't know if this is the video, but this is the video.
But I don't think I've ever seen the full video.
Oh, okay.
Jesus, it's 2 minutes long. I'm not gonna watch
no, we're not gonna watch the whole thing. But that was the meme. So them playing the actual song was like, made me think of that. And I mean, so that must be why. Why would they otherwise play that song?
No, they have to.
And of course, it's not a meme, but it's a thing. At least that I remembered that in the end of the movie when all the heroes are standing on, like, I guess we saved the day. It feels so good, and then they laugh at something, and they all go, ha 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 ha, and they lean back with their hands like this, like that was like an animation like cell that they used over and over again. Yeah, so you remember that from the show, stuff like that. The one thing I wish, because that's one of my favorite memes of all time, that they didn't reference, which annoyed me, was the what meme of Skeletor.
Oh yeah, that one.
Yeah,
I remember that one.
It's like a GIF you use. It says what?
Yeah,
but the full clip, but like, one of the longer ones is this one. I'm gonna have to edit all this.
I'm only here to capture the traitor I told you about.
This traitor, who is he?
There is longer versions, but this is like.
It's a she. It is the baby I took from Randor. Princess Adora.
What?
What?
What? Yeah, the what? Yeah.
It's just like, what?
Huh?
What are you, what? He just
but you know what? You know what? I bet you that's going to be in the next movie then. Based on the thing he talked about it before.
Yeah, sure. Because they bring up Adora, or She-Ra, It is Princess Adora. What?
What?
Yeah. So yeah, I think it was good that they didn't take it too seriously. It was good that they were like, we know this is silly, so we're not gonna try and make a dark and gritty reboot of the He-Man franchise, because that's not what it's about.
No. It's supposed to be silly and fun.
Yeah,
and
so
they did do that, obviously.
I appreciated that. They went against, because that's every reboot ever, that they've done has been the dark and gritty reboot. I mean, even fucking Turtles did that with the Michael Bay movies. Although everyone keeps saying Michael Bay, he only produced them. Whatever, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So I like that. Like there's nothing I really disliked about it. It's just like it's very formulaic.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a solid 3 out of 5. Good work.
Yeah. Yeah.
I wasn't bored. I like just like you.
Not mad at it.
No, I'm not bored. I'm not mad at it. I'm not like, oh, they ruined the original. It's just like,
yeah, no.
Yeah, this was a decent sci-fi, sword and sandal mashup, action comedy.
Yeah.
That didn't drag out, but it could definitely be shorter. That's a funny thing you mentioned, because it didn't feel like, oh, this is too long, I'm so bored. But you definitely went like, they could make this shorter.
Yeah. Some things just took way too long when they were doing it. Like, why do you have to have such a long-ass fight scene?
That was usually the things, the fight scenes. But at the same time, like, that's what you come to watch. You don't come here for the deep drama or the characters. Like, you come for the silly action. True. But yeah, sometimes it went on for a little too long.
Yeah.
So you could make it like 15 minutes shorter by shortening some of those, just tightening it up a little bit.
But I don't know how much that would like improve the movie. Really,
no, it wouldn't really, because it was't boring. I didn't I said, it didn't feel like, oh my god, get this over with. Why it also didn't feel like it stretched out forever is because they kept it very, very simple. There was there was a MacGuffin. He was looking for the sword, but that's almost played like a joke, because that's all the stuff he does on Earth. After he transports to Earth by the sorceress, but he loses the sword, so him and the sword are, separated. So he spends 15 years. They don't really go into detail, like, who raised him?
No.
We see one scene of him.
That part.
We see one scene of him as a kid in school, a flashback. But other than that, it
someone cut his hair.
Yes, it jumped forward to him being 25 or something.
Yeah, and having a roommate.
Yeah. They just skipped that because it's not important.
No.
Like, we needed to get to the part, even though they spent like, well, not too long, but 25 minutes before he actually finds the sword. But that's enough to kind of set up the character.
Yeah.
After because you have a 20-minute intro on Eternia when he's a kid. Mm-hmm. And then they spend about 20 minutes with him as a grown-up on Earth before he finds the sword. I think that is where the movie kind of drags out. Like,
picks up. Yeah.
You could have...
It's at the 40-45 minute mark that where it really starts picking up. Because it turns out, the way they're telling the story, us seeing his like origin story and Skeletor attacking Eterno and all that, and him being thrown into the universe, to Earth, that is him telling a girl he's on a date with, like, oh, where are you from? So that could definitely have been shorter. Yes. But
it's also played for a joke, because we don't see that until he actually went to, after all the action and all the like, oh my god, my father has been kidnapped and my mother's been shot and whatever. It cuts to, after all that, it cuts to him like, so, in a restaurant, like, that's where I'm from. And the girl is being
what
like,
about you?
What? Yeah. She goes, what?
Basically. No, she goes, no, I'm going to have to take this and leave.
Yeah. So it doesn't drag, but that's definitely something you could have made shorter if you wanted a shorter movie. But I also think that they wanted a longer movie, so you can see that, that the epic runtime of 2 hours and 20 minutes, because an epic movie has to be long. If you're going to have, fantasy and battles and war and, magicians and stuff, you can't make an hour and 50 movie. Like, no, it has to be at least 2.5 hours. Which is also kind of something that is going away, because people are just fed up with that after. Yeah,
I was about to say, we've seen a trend of movies becoming shorter, being about an hour 40, but they're not fantasy movies though. They're horror films and dramas.
Yeah, we've seen a drop in those kind of movies overall.
True. I was actually thinking of it because in the very first scene that we see, he says the word something about, I come from from the planet Eternia where dragons and griffins and talking tigers roam or something.
Yeah.
And I was like, ooh, dragons. We haven't seen dragons in a more modern movie in quite a while. And not since House of the Dragons, because no one wants to compete with their high quality dragons.
Yeah.
Basically.
We don't only seen the dragons here though either. Not yet.
No, we only see him flying in that scene, I think.
Yeah, sure.
And it was very far away.
Yeah.
I am dying for a new dragon movie. I'm just saying.
But
We mentioned that before. But anywho. So yeah, no, we haven't had lots of fantasy movies in general lately.
no. This is once again like why I think this is something they tried to make 15 years ago, but you get caught in production development hell. And like now they were ready to make it. And here it is.
Here it is. I had like one major issue in the movie. It's not major, but it bothered me a lot. They were trying to make it out that when Adam was on Earth, Nicholas Galti, however the fuck you pronounce his name, was supposed to look small and puny. It was like, my guy is broad as fuck.
Yeah, they wanted
his shoulders are like out here.
They wanted to hide his He-Man physique for the I have the power scene, but it was obvious that
he's buff.
He's huge, yeah. But I was fine with that.
No, it's just it seemed so silly. We're like, oh, you're so big. I was like, yes, we know.
Yeah, but it's also like they don't draw attention to it before he becomes He-Man. So even though I know he's fucking jacked underneath that shirt, like, it didn't matter.
No, it was just, I don't know, it just felt stupid. It was like, you didn't even try. You didn't do the Captain America where you, like, skinified him.
No, because then they would have to do that for an hour.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
And always in between, which, I don't know, would have been weird for the few in-betweens he had where he was not He-manified.
Yeah.
I don't understand how that part of the magic works, if I'm being honest.
It works.
Once he has summoned the power, can he stay He-Man form for as long as he wants to?
It works like this. He holds the sword and says, I have the power! So all the kids want to buy the He-Man doll. That's how it works.
Yeah, okay. That's how it works, yeah.
Another reason why I love this, they didn't try to explain it. There's no backstory. There's no lore to like explain how it works. It's just he has a sword. It holds the power, and a long line of heroes. They wield the sword to protect Eternia. And they literally say in the movie like how uncomplicated this movie is. When they talk about Skeletor, it's like I think it's Adam who asks Tina like, but why is he doing this? I'm like, well, he has a skull for a face. He's a bad guy.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. We don't need more. There never was more. It's a very simple, straightforward action adventure.
Yeah.
So,
which is nice.
Yeah, it was nice. It was nice. It didn't try to like make it more than it is.
It's no real world comparison to the war in somewhere or like
Yeah. No, none of that.
Trying to like portray real life villains. No, he's just some bad guy who's obviously born bad because he looks like he's a skull. Like the fuck? Yeah. What else would he be?
He even says that in the final battle. He's like, I'm a villain.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, let's talk about that then. Skeletor. Obviously, I prefer that voice from the cartoon.
Yeah, a little bit more, yeah.
That wouldn't work in a movie like this.
No.
So, of course, he has the booming voice, and he talks like this. But he plays up the, like, villainous British accent by talking like this. The rolling R's sometimes, stuff like that. And he like throws out bad jokes that his henchmen has to laugh at, but then they laugh too long. The scene where they go ha ha ha, and after the evil laugh is over, the scene just like continues. And they're like, "Oh,
what do we do now?"
that was sort of the crescendo for everyone to leave. Stuff like that.
Yeah.
It was fun. And I know, controversial opinion, Jared Leto did a good job.
Oh yeah.
As Skeletor.
I gotta be honest, I didn't realize it was him at first. Or at all, really.
I mean, you can't really hear that it's him. You hear it on some inflections if you know his voice. But it's so pitch shifted and modulated, so you can't hear it's him.
No. So if you're bothered by it being him,
yeah, you don't have to
you shouldn't
worry.
be, because you're not gonna notice it.
I don't know if
you don't see his face, you don't really hear his voice.
Yeah.
You're fine.
I don't know if that's him in the suit, but either way, you can't.
Oh,
you
it
can't
said
really
something
tell it's
about it in the trivia. Something about him, like, covering his face in blood during filming to make his performance as scary as possible. So it was probably him. And then they just CGI'd the skull over him. But, like, other than that, he's a bit weird. I've known that.
Yeah.
I don't really care, if I'm being honest.
I'm not a fan of him. He went off the deep end a few years ago with all that cult stuff surrounding his band.
I'm not read up about it enough to care. I just know that people said he was, like, weird on set when he was playing Joker in the Suicide Squad movies.
That's 10 years ago. He's been up to more shit since then.
That's all I know.
Oh, okay.
I left it at that. I didn't want to know more. I don't care.
Anyway, so he's not a problem here.
No.
Although it was something people discussed, and it might be a reason why some people will boycott the movie. And I don't know why he keeps getting work. I mean, his last movie, Tron Ares, they put him as the lead in that movie for some reason.
Yeah.
And it bombed. Now, obviously, Tron movies never do well in the box office. Even though they've tried to, like, reboot that show, or that series, with the Legacy, and then the Uprising TV show that came a few years after that, and then the Ares movie. Like, it never works. I don't know why they want to make Tron a thing. The original is a cult classic. Leave it at that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know why they cast him in this. Like, most of his movies nowadays, they bomb. Because people don't like him, so they're not going to watch his movies. But
True.
he keeps getting work. But here, it was fine. If you don't know it's Jared Leto, you can't really tell.
No.
Yeah. And I thought he was good. He played up the campiness of the character, even though it definitely, if there's one aspect of the movie that feels more like dark and serious, it is his portrayal of Skeletor. But it still brings enough levity and campiness to make it funny.
Yes.
I don't know what else to say. Other than going into, like, details, like, oh, that was funny. Like, if you're like an old school fan, you probably will enjoy it.
Yeah.
If you've
heard of He-Man, you probably will enjoy it.
Yeah. It's incredibly inoffensive. It's very formulaic, which keeps it and milk toast, like, bland. It's just a movie. It's like created in a lab to be like the perfect middle of the road movie. It won't offend anyone, but it also will. No one is going to call this the greatest movie of all time.
No. I think they worked really hard to be just like, we're not going to offend anyone here, so everyone can actually enjoy it. Which is a good thing, honestly, because there's a lot of movies that offend people these days.
However, though, there are some things that I did like that stuck out to me.
Okay, yeah.
The music, I
Oh,
liked the fact that it wasn't the the random temp score that you get in a lot of Marvel movies, these kind of movies nowadays.
Yeah.
PG-13 sci-fi action movies. This had a theme or a leitmotif, although I can't remember it now. But it was, I was humming it on the way home.
They had a specific like guitar solo for the sword and shit like that they kept reusing. So yeah.
And it was very inspired by 80s like heavy metal or rock.
Yes.
I mean, they even played "Princess of the Universe" by Queen,
Yes.
which that I gotta say, they reference Highlander early in the movie, which is kind of funny.
Yes.
Because Highlander, Conan, He-Man, it's kind of So after he steals the sword from a comic book shop, because that's where he turns up somehow.
Somehow, yeah.
The cops come to get him, of course, so he's riding in the cop car, and the sword is in the front. And they're like, so, what are you supposed to be, a Highlander? Ha ha ha. And then, later in the movie, they play Princess of the Universe as, the heroes of Eternia are attacking Eternal. Or, trying to take it back.
Yeah.
Which is, the song from the movie Highlander. Once again,
Yes.
that must have been a conscious choice. It must have been. So that was funny.
Yes.
And I also liked that a lot of the music was very, it was synthy. It had a, 80s rock feel to it.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't just orchestral. Shout out Daniel Pemberton for knowing how to make music. He's good at making music that doesn't this sounds like Hans Zimmer. You can hear it's a Hans Zimmer score.
Oh, yeah.
Daniel Pemberton is harder, but he's very good at making music that fits the movie, fits the tone and the style and the pacing of the movie. His score for the 2017 King Arthur movie is amazing.
Oh, that's him?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Anyway.
Find him.
And then the fact that, they play Prince of the Universe. And, the guitar riff that plays, that is kind of the theme, the leitmotif, is by Brian May.
Right.
The guitarist from Queen, who made Princess of the Universe. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I liked that, and I also liked that because it is based on an 80s cartoon, there is this message of you shouldn't fight. Fighting is bad. You should be friends instead.
Yes, that's true.
Even though every 80s cartoon was all about, these are turtles, but they fight people. These are street sharks, and they fight people. I know that's the 90s, but 80s, 90s.
Yeah.
Every show was action show. Fucking G.I. Joe. And they made a Rambo kids cartoon,
All right.
But the message was always fighting is bad. You should talk instead.
Yes.
Because that's kind of how they resolve in the end. So here, I thought it was funny, even before they kind of said it to your face. It was funny that on Earth he works in HR. I was like, haha, that's pretty clever. And then when he returns to Eternia, he has this dream of I'm gonna go back to my land with the sword and I'm gonna be happy again. And maybe I'll fight and take it back. But when he actually has to fight, he's like, I don't know how to fight. I'm kind of scared of fighting. Even when he has the sword, or he does the I have the power, which he only does twice in the movie. It was good.
Yes, they didn't overuse it, thank God.
You had to wait over an hour to get the first one.
Yeah.
It felt earned. It didn't feel finally. It was yes, here it comes. It was fun that he actually tried to mediate, and that he used corporate speak to get everybody to work together in the prison cell.
He used his HR knowledge.
Yeah, it was funny, and even in the final fight with Skeletor, he's he gave Skeletor a chance. You know what? You've done unspeakably bad things here, but I'm willing to let you walk away.
Yeah.
Violence ain't the answer, partner.
Yeah.
And it's almost is it going to work? And then, of course, not. Because Skeletor is well, I'm the villain. I'm going to fight you. And he's okay. And then he beats the shit out of him. But I thought that was funny.
Yeah.
The message wasn't... It was the anti-Marvel. Because every Marvel movie... I mean, the famous for us, clip of me getting annoyed at Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. That they're just punching each other. And if they could just talk, that movie would be 10 minutes long.
Yeah.
Here, at least they tried to talk. At
Yes.
least they tried to talk. That was the message here. Maybe we don't have to fight. When he walks out of Trap Job before they get to the ship in the beginning, the middle of the movie,
Yeah.
he's hold on, maybe I can talk to them. And he walks out and talks to them. No, it doesn't work, of course. But I thought that was
tried.
nice. Yeah, it was
Yes.
nice to have the hero say, let's talk about this, instead of just, oh, you killed my parents, I'm going to punch you. Wait. Talk. I liked that. It was funny. It was
Yes.
a good reversal of what you usually get in movies like this. And we still got the drawn out 20-minute action scene. So,
Yeah.
And I also liked that they were quite brutal. There was no blood, obviously. Well, there's one
Obviously.
scene where I think Trapjaw spits blood. But they actually use their knives and swords not to throw people, but actually stabbing them.
Yeah.
The scene in the throne room towards the end, he literally stabs the guy 3 times, onto a wall, onto that guy's back with all the spikes. Then he sticks the sword through him and puts him, up against the ceiling.
Yep.
He actually stabs people. Man-at-Arms stabs people.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, nice, finally. It's bloodless, but I'm fine with that. At least they
he's stabbing.
use their
You can
swords.
see that it's being pierced.
Yeah. Everyone has swords and knives, and finally they actually use their swords and knives. It was nice. So
That was a detail I don't remember from the old show. Did they have guns in that one?
Yes.
Because here there's a mix of swords and guns. And I was
yes, that's the thing, because
did they have shooting weapons in the TV show? I don't remember.
it is a mixture of fantasy and sci-fi.
Right.
They do have that, yeah.
And it's not like it didn't work. It's just I couldn't remember.
Yeah.
A detail that I thought was funny was when he was on Earth and he worked in HR. He was the office he worked at was very of this time.
Mm-hmm.
There was a blue-haired person. There was I think it was like teal or turquoise-haired person.
No.
And they weren't the weird ones in the office. The weird one in the office was a brown-haired person.
And him.
And him, who was normal,
Yeah.
as normal as they can get. Just
Once
a bit
again,
buff
it's
and
that-
looking at swords.
It's that millennial thing where, we have to write characters that are of this time, but we're also subtly poking fun at, woke
Yeah.
culture or, the new kind of corporate speak.
Yeah, because the boss, when she was trying to talk to him, was like, I'm not good with confrontation. That is very millennial.
But it's also weird why he would get fired. Like, he does this. You do your job well, but you can't, even when you don't have anything to do, you can't look at fantasy swords on your computer. Why?
I think they noticed that he was looking at fantasy swords even while doing his job, because he did that in the one scene we see him working.
Sure.
He is listening to someone's complaints
Yeah.
while scrolling for swords.
True.
So they're trying to point out that he isn't, he is technically doing his job, but you're not focused when someone is talking to you, when someone is coming to you with problems, which is your job. You're supposed to listen to them and focus.
Sure.
It was a very short thing, but enough to just tell us that, okay.
Yeah. No,
There is grounds for the for being fired, I guess.
I guess.
But he doesn't care, obviously, so it's fine.
Yeah, and it's also the day after he gets fired, he is whisked away to Eternia, so it's fine.
Yeah. Leaving
doesn't
his
have to-
roommate behind to take care of the bills.
Yeah.
Weird detail as well with the roommate, but sure. Maybe he'll come into play in the next movie as well, I don't know.
That is probably some leftover from another script where the main character is or the audience stand-in was the roommate.
Yeah, possibly.
And he would be more part of the adventure, but they cut him out. So, but he was still in those scenes because that was they're not going to rewrite scenes they don't have to.
No.
So that's also why they in the end they're oh, and he also brought his roommate over to show hey, I wasn't crazy.
Proof!
Eternia is
not a weirdo.
is real. It's oh yeah, okay.
Honestly,
Stuff
that
like
is
that.
the only thing that, in my opinion, actually could have been cut out completely. We don't care about the roommate.
No, but it's also there is where it's being very formulaic. Of course, there's a roommate that thinks, oh, you're crazy with all your He-Man stuff. But they're also then making fun of that formula by doing it so. I know you're oh, just pointing out you're doing something doesn't make it better than just doing it. You know what I mean? Doing it ironically, you're still doing it.
Yeah.
Isn't this silly? It's yeah, but you're still doing it.
Yeah.
But I think they were going for something like that, where that's why he's there in the end. Oh, and he's here now. but
True.
not doing it ironically, just doing it because it's funny.
Yeah. I guess.
Post irony, I suppose. So it's almost serious again, but that makes it funny.
Yeah.
That he's just there oh, okay, I'm here now. Oh!
Can I go home now, please? I need to finish watching The Notebook and
Cry.
whatever else he was watching.
Yeah.
10 things I hate about you, I think it was.
Did we even see that movie? I know we heard the second movie.
We heard the dialogue when she's reading the poem.
Ah, okay. Sure. That is. I've only seen the movie once, so I didn't pick it up.
Famous poem. Anywho. My goodness.
Yeah, because it strains my voice.
Well, I don't have much more to say about it.
No, me neither. Like,
it was, like we said, it's a run of the mill, unoffensive, good movie.
yeah. And the fact that it made it so run-of-the-mill, so formulaic, it almost like it worked because I didn't have to worry about it being bad. But you can also see that as something negative, which is why I'm not gonna give this like a 4 or something. It's
a 3.
It's a solid 3. Yeah, and because it's silly, because they didn't try to make anything too serious. Like I would welcome sequels to this.
Oh yeah.
You
Just
can
not
make
too
sequels.
many.
No, not too many. Like you said, like, oh, they want to do a new Marvel, like trying to make like spin-off movies with each character. Like, no, because nobody would care about that. No, just make Masters of the Universe 2.
Yeah.
And he fights She-Ra because she's angry about something, and he's like, "You're my sister? Yes, but I always wanted the throne, but you got it because you're a man, and even though I'm older, you're a man. Do that whole thing, whatever."
Yeah. And then they become friends in the end, and it's all good.
Yeah, and then they become friends in the end, and then another threat appears on the horizon, so they can fight together.
Skeletor returned somehow.
Yeah, somehow Skeletor returned.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the third movie, something like that.
Yeah.
Because they can't really ruin it by making a sequel that's worse, because this is already, it's so safe.
Yeah.
So just
unless they like try to make it super serious all of a sudden, they're not gonna ruin it.
But that wouldn't make sense, because they would have to make a sequel in the same vein as this.
Yeah.
Like, they wouldn't change it to make super gritty, like, oh, the next one is going to be R-rated. Like, what? No. Why?
No.
Make more of this. Although, something tells me this is... I hope it doesn't, to be honest, but I think it's going to flop. Because, like, the way we started this episode, who the hell wants a He-Man movie in 2026?
No one really.
No one really. I don't have... On IMDb, there's no budget, and obviously no box office yet, since it just came out.
Yeah.
But something tells me this is, at best, gonna break even.
Yeah. So far, it has a 54 Metascore, a 7.1 user rating.
Letterboxd 3.2, that's pretty high.
Yeah. The fans of He-Man are gonna like it. There might be some people who are intrigued by Nicholas Galt, whatever the fuck his name is, being the main man.
Galitzin,
yeah. He is somewhat on the uprise of popularity.
I've never heard of him, but okay.
Amongst the youngsters, as far as I know. But who knows? Who knows?
Yeah. And I'm seeing some reviews here, like David Ehrlich, 2.5 out of 5. Like, yeah, that makes sense. Here's one guy, though, Matt Singer. I think he's like I follow him on Letterboxd. I think he writes for like magazines or websites or whatever. Yeah, Screen Crush. He gives it 2 out of 5. And he writes here, the creators of Masters of the Universe felt so confident that the world needed a glossy new version of this material that they committed to a large-scale, big-budget version that runs nearly 2.5 hours. First of all, it's barely 2 hours without credits, so I know we kind of complain about that, but we have to think it's not nearly 2.5 hours. And he says, but they also felt so insecure about their source material that their adaptation constantly ridicules almost every component of itself, right down to the name of the main character. Yeah, that's not them feeling insecure, it's because it is silly.
Yeah.
Nobody has ever taken He-Man seriously. Except for 7-year-old boys when they were playing with their toys.
Yeah.
But they didn't take it seriously. They were just having fun. But, they weren't...
Exactly.
It's different between taking... Like... I don't know. What was Matt Singer expecting? Once again, was he expecting a, gritty, dark reboot?
Then I guess you would have been disappointed if that's what you expected. But why would you expect that from He-Man?
Exactly. He writes. Let's see. Maybe he says something. I don't know. He keeps writing here. So why did they make it at all? I know. To sell more toys. Duh. But nobody buys toys anymore. Kids don't play with toys,
like
unfortunately.
No.
Still, this exercise in attempting to re-energize an old IP by taking the piss out of it feels a little misguided. In a world where original concepts like obsession and backrooms are suddenly the hottest films in Hollywood, an expensive spoof of Masters of the Universe already looks nearly as dated as the old He-Man cartoon I watched as a kid. Yeah. And that's the whole, like, this is the only way you could make a He-Man movie.
Yeah, I feel like he expected something else.
I think he's kind of questioning the same way we are. Like, why would you make this now? The thing
sure,
is,
but
he's
going too far, and like...
No, but like we said, they had been planning this for so long, so like they had to put something out eventually. Yeah. I don't think they wanted to scrap it since they have been continually working on it. They're not Warner Brothers, who just throws away movies as a tax write-off. I guess they could have, but it's also Amazon, so it's not like, oh my god, we're gonna lose so much money. Nah, just put it out.
The movie rights went from Warner Bros. In 2007 to Columbia Pictures in 2009 to Netflix in 2022.
Yeah, I know it ends up as an Amazon movie.
Yeah, no, it's a random review here, but on Letterboxd. Austin Hanner. This year's Dungeons and Dragons, way better than I thought it would be. Just good old-fashioned summer blockbuster fun. Had me feeling like a kid again. That's what this movie is. That's it. Yeah. It's just for fun.
Yeah.
And you shouldn't expect anything else. They made it for fun, really. Not to make fun of anything, just to have fun. And I think that's perfectly fair.
Yeah.
We need more shit. We said the same when Dungeons and Dragons came out. This is just a silly old fun movie. Like, there's no...
This Dungeons and Dragons is a much better movie than this.
Yes,
much better. There was, like, care put into that movie.
There was some care put into this, too.
Yeah, but... Yes, but just enough so that it doesn't look shitty. Like, It's so weird, because it's... Yeah, nobody, like... tried to make a bad movie, but they put in just enough effort to make it look like a real movie. That's how I feel, at least.
I think there was a little bit more.
But if you put in a little more effort, you wouldn't make something this formulaic. That's what I'm saying. Like,
no, but there might have been a reason for that.
Yeah, that it's easy to do something formulaic.
And it's easy to sell something formulaic.
Yes, exactly.
I don't think that was like laziness.
No, I'm not saying it was lazy. I'm just saying, like,
I think they made exactly what they wanted to make.
Yes, which is a formulaic movie. There's no passion behind it.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. Yeah, like they would go like, all right, we're making a movie. Okay, all right, let's do it. That's the level of
Sure, but they had fun with it at least.
Yeah.
It sounds to me. Sounds like you're like they're just like whatever, the movie's done. Fuck it. I don't care.
No, I'm saying they put in enough effort to not make a bad movie, but that's just as much as they did. I'm not shitting on the movie. You don't have to defend
Sounds like
it.
You are.
Yeah, but I'm not. I gave it 3 out of 5.
Yeah, but just enough effort to not make a bad movie sounds like a day at the work, basically.
Which this was.
No, I think it was a little more.
I promise you this was. It was. Nobody was passionate about this. They were just like, all right, let's make a movie. Yeah.
Whatever.
No, we're splitting hairs for some reason. I don't know. One more thing, though. One more thing.
Yes.
That was also something a funny, like, reference, a more obscure, like, reference to He-Man. There was a lot of homoerotic, like, jabs, especially at Skeletor. I mean, which is a thing Not throughout the entire like toy line and the cartoons, but even back in like the 80s and the 90s, there were some people who were involved who were like, there's something oddly homosexual about all these. Like this big muscle guy who's just wearing like a BDSM harness and stuff like that, and a guy called
Being
Ram,
chased by another.
yeah, being chased by like this little come in, I'm gonna come and get you. So there's actually like some of the later toys had like little comic books in them, like 8-page comics or something. And there is one, I've only read that one, where Skeletor is literally building a cock rocket that he wants to shoot directly at He-Man. It doesn't say, it says rocket, but it literally,
Okay.
it looks like a dildo. It has a little dick head
Jesus.
and everything.
Okay.
Because he wants to fuck He-Man, It's, it's the homoerotic undertones we talked about in... Yeah, but they're pretty close to the surface in that they're making fun of how gay He-Man really is. And I mean, characters like Ram Man and Fisto.
Yeah.
Or
Is that what they're actually called in the TV show? I don't remember that.
Fisto, I don't know. Ram Man is the Mechaneck is the name from the
Mechaneck, I
toys.
remember.
Yeah. But they're all, they're all very phallic. Like, yeah, you Fisto, he has a big fist that he can punch people with, or fist people with, as they make fun of him in the show or in the movie. Same thing with Ram Man when he says, "Yes, Ram Man, give these villains head." And then wait, no, because he rams people with his head. Same thing with Mechaneck. His neck grows and it becomes a long, thing with a head on top.
Oh, I didn't think of that.
A dick head, perhaps.
Oh God!
And he wraps it around people and grabs them.
I did
And then,
not think of that.
Skeletor, as he grabs He-Man, says, "Oh, you think you're so strong with your little sword dangling in between your legs?" It's just like, it's not dangling between his legs,
was very
but like,
obvious.
they were playing up the homoeroticism, which I guess you could say, oh, they're making fun of it, so it's homophobic. I don't know. It's just gay fun.
It's gay fun.
Or the fact that he had, he always wearing pink. I mean, that's from the cartoon as well, but always wearing pink. The little bowl cut he wears, or prinsfrilla,
Yeah.
they call it in Sweden. So I like that they played that up, and like we said, the way Skeletor talks sometimes, he really sounded like this, oh, like a foppish British lord, with the sinister voice.
I have like a vague memory of Skeletor like coming to realization that he's chasing a half-naked man, basically, and it's like, why am I chasing a half-naked man?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I cannot remember a single actual moment of the show other than
that might just be like a meme or something.
Yeah,
faked,
probably.
But
I don't
still.
think you remember anything from the show. You haven't seen it in over 20 years, so
No, fair.
Yeah.
More, over 20 years.
Yeah. But anyway, so that was another thing. Like
But they're having fun with it. They're not.
Yes, exactly. They're having fun with it.
Yeah.
Once again,
And
like,
it's fine.
They didn't take and that's good because there's like I said before, you cannot make this like a serious grounded. There's no way to make a serious grounded version of He-Man.
No.
So at least have fun with it.
Yeah.
But like in that reviewer at Matt Singer, like, yeah, they're poking fun at it, but I didn't feel it was to the degree that it felt like they were ridiculing anything. They were just poking a little bit of fun. It was just on the level again.
That's what I think it was more. It wasn't really poking fun. It was having fun with.
Sure. Yeah. Well, same thing.
No. Poking fun is more negative in my opinion.
Than having fun with. I don't know. But
You're having fun with the material, which is like it's a good thing.
Once again, I think we're splitting hairs. Poking fun,
Yeah,
having
probably.
fun with.
Whatever.
At least they didn't go as far as to ridicule. That's what I'm trying to say. Poking
Yes.
fun is less than ridiculing.
Yes.
Yeah. So, to kind of wrap this up now, because I am dying. Hopefully I've been able to edit out most of my coughs. There were like long moments where we had to stop because I was dying.
Yes.
Now I'm going to have to edit this out because nobody cares. Would you recommend Masters of the Universe?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Me too.
Totally. Like
Yeah.
go have fun. It's yeah.
it's
Honestly, go see it in theaters.
yes, watch this on a big screen because there's, I mean, all of it's CGI. I was even thinking that while we were watching it, like, oh, this is just it's basically an animated movie. But then it was like, yeah, but it's an alien planet full of spaceships.
Yeah.
You couldn't really do that
How
without.
are you supposed to?
So even that, even that felt like a throwback to like when everything was, oh my god, it's too much CGI.
Yeah.
But even they've
But
been changing.
The indoor scenes were sets.
Yeah, yes, of course there were real sets as well. But
Yeah.
but even that is starting to like feel nostalgic at this point. Like, I remember when everything was CGI 10 years ago. Star Wars Episode 2.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why they waited. They realized like 5 years ago, like, oh, this movie is way too dated to make now.
Yeah.
Let's sit on it until people actually get nostalgic for bad CGI and too much CGI and formulaic origin stories. And then there's like, indie movies?
Now.
Indie movies pulling in $100 million? Making more movies than Star Wars? Or making more money than Star Wars? Now is the time to release our 15-year-old origin story for He-Man.
Yeah.
I mean, something was going on. But yeah, go check it out.
Yes.
Just have fun with it.
Yes.
Because that's what they had when they were making it. They were just having fun. You see? But just having fun. Not being passionate,
Yes.
just having fun.
Okay, yeah.
It's a better way to put it. Although that is weird to say because it also feels incredibly cynical since they are just, cashing in on a toy IP and going for Mamba berries. I don't know.
Yeah, whatever. I think they did it well, so fuck it.
Yeah. This is the best Marvel movie that Marvel have never made.
Exactly.
This is what Thor 4 should have been.
Yeah,
Instead
basically.
of the garbage we got, although I haven't seen it, so I shouldn't say anything, but everyone agrees the fourth one is garbage. Blood and Thunder. Love and Thunder.
I've forgotten which one is which, so I don't care.
Anyway, so that's it.
Yes. Obviously, for Patreon, we'll be doing the
1989 or 87, whatever it
89,
is.
yeah,
Dolph
version.
Lundgren version. Which,
So good.
hey, he had a cameo. That was funny.
Oh, yeah.
And he actually got to say, good journey. That was good, because that was what they said. Yeah.
So check out the Patreon if you want to see that. And hundreds of episodes and hours of material and things.
Yes. Patreon.com/Don'tMakeAScene. And if you just want to hang out here on YouTube or on Spotify or wherever you're listening or watching this, that's cool too. Subscribe,
Yes.
leave a comment, check out
Like,
the
star, whatever.
hundreds of hours of backlog we have. And for next week, we're doing Steven Spielberg's triumphant return to the big screen with Disclosure Day.
Yes.
Yeah. But until then, have a good one.
Bye.
Bye. The SpoilerCast is part of Please Don't Make a Scene. It is hosted by Tobias Vedén and Rebecca Vedén, produced and directed by Tobias Vedén. Executive producer is Annika Vedén. I also want to give a shout out to our patrons over on patreon.com/don'tmakeascene. Matej Viki, Spencer Gravely, Jacob, CK85, Christopher Berlin, Daniel Lilgeisel, Mom and Mac, Mom, Dad, and Laura Kinney.